final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will go on the attack first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress the defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try to defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
They boot it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. So Arizona's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the...
Turning it on! They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Motion from the wide receiver. Anderson wants to throw. They're working that left side. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down. Because the RP...
It's a seam wide open. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. On 1st and goal, let's see what Arizona does. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And he added the extra point. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got his man down the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Line getting set on second down. Quick completion to the right. Still running at the 40. Made a defender miss. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
Dances away to buy time. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. The Buffaloes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Handoff to the single running back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Anderson will throw. Catch in the middle, it's Mitchell. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run to the left. Breaks into the open. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Right back to the well.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Makes the grab on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a...
Makes the grab past the marker. Looks as if Arizona will have enough to move the chains. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Wants to go up top on first down. Shoots it to the left. It falls incomplete, and will change ends of the field to get things started back up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw again. Snagged out of the air. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Arizona lines up with a 1st and goal. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, Arizona. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse. Oh, he's got some space.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Gibson. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
When offenses run these slant routes, it's about putting the ball right on the numbers, and defensively, I got to be able to take those angles right away, see where he's at, break on the football. Poor angles there by the defense. The offense took advantage with some nice yards after the catch.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
49-yard line. Coming up, 4th down.
And the Buffaloes decide to punt it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Offense in a bunch formation. Going to the ground. There he goes. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Anderson wants to throw. It's complete. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Power football with the run.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
They'll mark it down, and that'll be enough for an Arizona 1st down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the 1st down.
Makes the catch. It's Richardson. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Arizona going back to work with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Wildcats slide it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Lets it fly. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be fourth down. Looking to convert, Arizona comes to the line. Anderson will throw. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
And the offense will take that gift, set up right on the doorstep, first and goal with the one. They'll try to pass their way in. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. First and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
This offense has gone haywire on these last two plays in the red zone. Can they set things right on third and goal? Called his own number on that one, but they are ready for it and stop him. It'll be fourth down. On the ground. Touchdown, Wildcats! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas at Folsom Field.
And the Buffaloes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Anderson wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run, and this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Complete to the right. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Arizona has the offense humming, set up with another first down. Here's the handoff. Fights off a defender. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is. Make sure he gets the right depth.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Looks as if Arizona will have enough to move the chains. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And that one is picked off in the end zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. To the air on first down. It's complete to the left. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Buffaloes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll keep it himself. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got room to work. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle. It's Gibson. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Buffs! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Clemson is currently ahead early right now in Death Valley, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 13 over Virginia. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keep turning it on. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Anderson will throw. Makes the grab. It's Richardson.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Grab near the marker. It's Provo. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down.
Going deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Mitchell. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. 6th play of the drive coming up. The lone back's got it. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if...
Touchdown, Arizona! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Buffaloes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Buffaloes want to crank the tempo.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires downfield. Hauls it in. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And the Buffaloes are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man out of the backfield.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Gibson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Swings it out to his running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got an open man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. From the gun. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
And that is why they're called the Handstein people on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Off play action on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's got it. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
He makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Looking to throw again. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Fitted in the window for the score. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll line up to go for 2. He wants to throw it. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
This time it's complete. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking downfield on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And the Buffaloes in the hurry up. Second down, he'll throw it. Spits it out to the back. Found the spot in the defense. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
They can get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Buffaloes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. He's got it on the run. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The 50, the 40, past the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Arizona. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Looking for the 2-point try. Banner. From the gun. Makes the grab. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead.
42, Colorado, 14.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. He'll try to do it himself. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great. And they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long, under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Secures it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Mitchell. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired.